Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to Boss Rush. Yay! We finally got everybody back here to give up. Well, not everybody back. I finally got my ass back here and get this done. So happy to be out here on this Friday, December 12th, 2025. My name is Chris Melasinos, and I'm the principal evangelist for Vidya Games here at AWS. And with me is...
Hi. Hey, Chris. How are
hey,
you?
Buddy.
It's Mark Delora. Oh, you do that.
It is Mark Delora, but I did know that. But maybe other people didn't, so yay!
Hey, yeah. So I'm an exec director for innovation and growth at GDC, and a games and education developer. So.
Oh, look at that.
Gotta keep that in there, man.
That's right. And we don't know if we are going to have Dean with us today, which is why I still have his little animation up there in the top corner. But
I think he's probably drunk.
He may be
having a hangover, because that's very Dean, to get super slammed and then have a hangover the next day. And the Game Awards were like.
Are you saying drunk on power? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know what it's drunk on. We'll see. We'll see when he shows up.
Well, I thought too, for the holidays here, we'd have a little holiday cheer in our little makeup.
Oh, you brought cheer? I should have brought some cheer.
Well, So I'm going to do is rewind this back to the beginning. This is Christmas comes to Pac-Land. Of course, I'm not playing the audio, so we don't get, flagged for rights or what have you. But psst, this is just between us. So it's all of these awesome cartoons from the 1980s. So, if you can just imagine, go watch it on YouTube. Go listen. Not now. Wait till we're done. But then definitely go ahead and check that out. It's awesome. It's awesome. It's terribly awesome. It's Hanna-Barbera from the 1980s, and it's video game Pac-Man.
So the best.
Theme, so.
Yeah. Nice guy.
And it's so good to be back here. It's been crazy, just the amount of travel and stuff that's been going on. So thanks, y'all, for hanging out there and also being very supportive and patient. So, Mark, why don't you? I missed you too. Missed everybody. And hello, good afternoon, y'all. Let's see. Cybik over on YouTube says, finally tuning in at the start for once on my day off. So, yay! Thank you so much for doing that. So, why don't we jump in and start with you, Mark, while I go ahead and adjust a few things on this side. So tell me, what's happening with you, buddy?
Whew. It's been some weeks. I've been traveling, too. I've been also getting sick a lot, which I'm still a little sick. And then the last couple of days, I was in Los Angeles, but it wasn't to go to the Game Awards, which I'm sure we'll talk about quite a lot. It was to get the entire Game Developers Conference team together from around the world and spend a couple days together, like digging in, figuring out what we can do to make it awesome, plotting and planning, and there's some seriously exciting stuff in the works, so I can't wait for that.
Nice.
We'll talk more about that when the time is right.
Well, here's what I want to ask you about then. So, you've worked for that organization before, right?
Yeah.
Quite a number. In fact, when you and I first met, and you're on the board there, you've been on the board forever there. How does it feel like slipping back into that mode of, we got to get the conference going, we got to get all the stuff together? Like, how's that been for you?
It's great in a lot of ways, and then exhausting in a lot of ways. Which makes sense, right? Yeah, no, it was awesome. So I ran the magazine when there was a magazine, back 1999, 2000, Game Developer Magazine, and worked closely with the folks who were doing Gama Sutra at the time, and that same team is the team that does Game Developers Conference. So I've been involved with the conference off and on since like 97, 98. When I was at Nintendo, we worked with the conference, and had Miyamoto come and give talk.
Right.
And then I joined the staff for a bit. And then when I was at Sony after that, we worked together and put booths on the floor and used the conference as a great place to talk to developers. And then I've been on the advisory board off and on since then. So for 7 years on the programming track, and then probably another 7 years more recently doing advocacy and inclusion and
all that good stuff. all that fun stuff,
It's
right?
been super fun. So yeah, getting together with the team again kind of makes me the OG because it's like you were here when I keep calling the poor GameDeveloper.com staff. I keep calling the magazine team, and they're like, "What?" I think I finally banished that from my vocabulary.
You're like, well, a magazine was this thing made out of dead trees that we used to.
Can you believe we used to send these to people in the mail every month?
Exactly.
Like, yeah.
Exactly.
Anyway, yeah, no, it's great. It's like the same mission as always, right? It's like highlighting developers, getting developers to help other developers, and finding ways to make that message come across well, be topical, just move the industry forward.
All
That's what
that
it's
stuff.
about.
All that good stuff. Yeah.
It's all created by people who are game developers. So the 50 people on the advisory board make all the choices, and then we work with people like AWS as an example.
The fine folks over at AWS, right?
Yes.
Yes, and I do get to work with very fine folks all the time, so I do love that. So yeah. All right. Well, good. Well, it looks like we may not have Dean with us today, even though his response was, as always, a curt and to the point. Okay.
Okay. I see that now. Yep. All
Also,
good, Dean.
I put a little holiday theme up here, and of course, this awesome bitchin' Star
awesome.
Wars, amazing sweater. As I was telling Mark before we went live here, my wife was like, "Oh, are you going to wear that to the ugly sweater party?" I'm like, "I can't, because it's not ugly. It is a beautiful sweater." And she just looked at me and went, "Womp womp." I said, "Get out of here with that nonsense." All right, I'm going to check audio levels here while we go ahead and jump in. So did you have a chance to watch the Game Awards last night?
I did not. I was on a plane heading home, so I've missed a lot, but I'm attempting to catch up. The one thing that I know, and I kind of knew already, was that Claire Obscure Expedition 33 was going to kill
sweep it.
And took the Game Awards Game of the Year. That's the headline. I'm still digging into the rest of it. Have you heard other things? There are so many good games.
Yeah, I heard that Tomb Raider, people really surprised by how awesome that was, and where that came in. So very happy for the team over at Amazon Game Studios and for Crystal Dynamics, right, for getting that done. It looks absolutely beautiful. There were also 2 Star Wars games that were announced.
Oh, nice.
Yes. One of them is a racer. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at that first. So, I mean, we had here, there's Dean instead of Mark. So hang tight, buddy. I'll go ahead and get you in there. Let me see. Before I do. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm. Yeah. Oh, all right.
Oh, wait, there's a trailer. I'll go try and dig it up. But,
please do. Please do. Oh, we got you back here in this.
Hey, there I am.
Yeah,
My giant messy bunker.
It is really fun. It's using OBS. It is more complex, and you can make it a whole lot more complex than maybe is necessary. But now it's setting up scenes, doing all kinds of crazy stuff. But the good thing is that I get into a constant flow, and my apologies that Marcus blanked out there, was trying to correct for Dean's absence. As he decided not to join us. But all right. So Claire Obscura Expedition 33. No surprise that that this one took just a slew of awards. Have you played the game?
I haven't, much to my dismay. Mm-hmm. I need to go play it. Ed Freeze keeps razzing me for not playing it, so we got to get to that. How about you? Okay, you just said a bunch of
Oh
words.
yeah, I know. Yeah,
There we
that's
go.
because I went on mute, and I was like, "That's right." Ed Free's constantly pressing you because with his elite gamer crew, and yeah. But in all seriousness, yeah, the game it just looks amazing, plays really, really well. I haven't had a chance to play, but for like the first third of it, but yeah, just really, really extraordinary and wonderful to see. Small studio, go ahead and or small-ish studio, go ahead. Such massive success with this title. So yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Pretty fantastic.
Yeah, I'm just checking audio levels here, buddy, making sure that.
Sounds good. I need to find a list of the Game Awards.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, yeah, audio levels are good. I just heard my big dumb voice blurt all the way out there. Right, but then we also should talk about Lucasfilm Games unveil Star Wars Galactic Racer. Oh my goodness, yes. I can't wait.
Shot from the game?
You cannot wait. Can't wait for that. I loved, of course, Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. Who didn't? The thing was absolutely amazing. And that was done by, I believe, Nihilistic Software, Rob Hubner and the team that was up there.
Totally
In
forgot
fact,
about that.
my very first meeting that I had with a game company when I was focused on games for Sun was with Rob up at Nihilistic, and I bought him this awesome like leather Java jacket because they were using Java, and we had a big conversation about all that stuff. And it was the first product that was able to actually get a Java logo onto was Vampire the Masquerade that they were developing.
That's
But
right.
anyway,
I forgot about
Rob, and his team developed that game when they were at Lucasfilm Games or LucasArts Games at the time. And so I'm walking in the meeting going, it's wonderful to meet you all. Looking forward to the discussion. But before, oh my God, just you lose all negotiating power right at that moment.
When you're
That
fanboying.
went right
I
out the
hear
door.
that.
Exactly. Yeah, for the rest of the meeting, I just sat there like this. What'd you want to do, Rob?
Let's work together. You're so cool.
Yeah, here we go. We got another pod racing game. I love pod racing. Lucasfilm's
As long as
games.
the sound is all I remember from the pod racing is the sound effect. Because they just kind of blew my mind. The sounds that they made for those. They were crazy, right?
Yeah.
You never heard a ship like that before. It was amazing.
No, and all the different characters and the two guys that did the commentary throughout the race were really, really good. Who is it? Greg Proops, I think, is one of the actors, and another one who also I think did the voice in Mad World on the Wii, the black and white, action game, which was really fantastic. But yeah, it's this is the only shot that that Dean has of it. So
Man, all right. I'm going to have to go hunt for trailers for sure.
yes,
after we get
for
off this today.
for sure. But
So
yeah,
much
that
to
was
see.
really, really awesome to see all of that. We had some. Let's see, Matt Anderson, Chris, did you hear about the Columbia Endor Rain ponchos? I did. Mark, have you seen this?
The what? Those are a bunch of
Columbia?
words together.
Yeah.
I don't understand what they mean.
Let's see, 80S. So here you go, buddy. You're gonna love this. You need some Endor.
What? Oh my God, those are awesome.
How great is that?
Those are
$400.
really cool. Oh, really?
$400.
Wow.
But I'd be wearing them alone because no one's going to want to walk with me.
Oh, that is not what I thought you meant. I thought you meant buy them by itself.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, no,
That's
yes.
different.
I'm just going to walk alone just with that on, nothing else.
I'm trying not to judge.
That and
It's
flip
okay.
flops. This product is
perfect.
sold at a line. Send an email. Yeah, look at that one's crazy. Rick Velez in the chat also says it's great to see a new Star Wars racing game coming out as well as the triumphant return of Sebulba.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Nice.
All right. Well, while we're on the topic of, as we're bouncing across a bunch of topics right now, let's also talk about, as I mentioned, the Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis and Tomb Raider Catalyst revealed here at the Game Awards as well. Tomb Raider Catalyst is a new game Crystal Dynamics have been developing since 2022. Takes place in northern India following a natural disaster Laura must have run. Laura, excuse me, not Laura, everybody. It's Lara. Get it straight, man. Must outrun other treasure hunts to discover the source of a mystical power with the help of friends and upgraded tech. And then Scott Atmos, Chris Dynamics head of studio, said in a statement, our collaboration with Amazon Game Studio has been truly transformative for these ambitious projects. Amazon's partnership has provided resources, expertise, and creative freedom necessarily to realize our vision for both games without compromise. So props off to my colleagues over at Game Studio. Fantastic. Great
Scott's
job.
Here in Seattle. You might have to come visit them and check the game out.
Yeah, I need to get back up there. Oh, Shannon Loftus, friend of the show here. Yay! And just amazing leader in the industry. Also says, don't skip the Casey Hudson return to KOTOR. I didn't have a chance to watch the Game Awards last night. I was putting up Christmas lights and then installing a new toilet in one of the bathrooms of our house. And I have to say, fantastic freaking job, right?
Well done.
Thank you.
Your toilet? Good job.
Yep, shitter works. To paraphrase a very famous Christmas movie. No, but it's one of those things where you're like, okay, I have to go ahead and get this thing done. I know how to do this type of work, but you're like, is it really sealed? Is it going to leak any water or anything else? It's been perfect. It's been perfect. So
as far as you know.
Yes. I'm here in the studio, not
sure
at home.
Perfect.
But I haven't had my phone blow up at all. Oh, wait. No, I'm kidding.
No. Yeah, I got to work on Plumbing Simulator 2026.
Exactly.
That was all research.
So I'm depending on you all to go ahead and surface some game industry news.
The awards list is amazing.
Yeah.
Right. I was just flipping through it, and I was like, my heart was jumping out of my chest because I love those guys. I love best multiplayer Arc Raiders because of course, right? Hades 2 best action, Hollow Knight Silk Song best action adventure, Donkey Kong Bonanza best family, best mobile Uma Musume because of course it's massively popular. Best ongoing game No Man's Sky because of course, Mario Kart World, Final Fantasy Tactics. I mean, this is like a list of what I need to play for the next year.
Yeah, and it'll keep you going for all that time too. For sure.
It's gonna be awesome. There's a Games for Impact award in here. I have not played South of Midnight yet. I'm excited to check that out. That's kind of the world that I love the most. Consume Me was nominated, which I was very excited about. Despelote. Yeah, so much good stuff. I mean, seriously, amazing. So congratulations to everybody.
Yeah. Congratulations to everybody for sure. That's for all the winners. That was fantastic. And look, I love that we have this show. I love that Jeff Keighley keeps on doing it, right? And there's always, whenever we read about this stuff, it's trying to be Hollywood, it's trying to do this. No. We are our own thing, but now look, we have a platform, a stage upon which to celebrate games. Yeah. Not everything is going to win. There's always going to be somebody, grumbling about the list. Well, guess what? I mean, okay, get it. Make your own list, but let's just celebrate the fact that we are celebrating video games. We're celebrating this art form, and the people that are devoting all of this incredible time, money, energy, passion, sweat, toil into creating that art get recognized, right? So love that we continue to do that. Now, in addition to that award, BAFTA Game Awards has just started, and unfortunately, I didn't finish. I didn't have enough time to finish all the games that I really wanted to vote on all of the different categories. Now that they decided to let the riffraff in and allow me to become a voting member, along with Richard Brown, who is also just as much riff and raff as any of us, of course. But here we are. The best game list of potential nominees includes Arc Raiders, Blueprints, Clair Obscur, Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2, On the Beach, Dispatch, Ghost of Yotoy, Hades 2, Hollow Knight, Silksong, Indiana Jones, The Great Circle, and Split Fiction. 64 games were chosen by more than 1,700 BAFTA members. Yeah. Yep. So, there's this whole huge list of all of these games and British game.
And if you don't have enough games to play after reading that list and the Game Awards list, Apple unveiled its list of the most downloaded games of 2025.
Apple sure did. Apple unveils most downloaded games and apps of 2025. Holy crow.
Look at that list. That'll keep you busy for a while.
Plague
Inc. is still there. Wow, amazing.
Which one?
Blast. Plague Inc. is number 4. Top paid iPhone.
Yep.
Nice. Stardew Valley. Yes. Top free iPhone app, ChatGPT.
Geometry Dash is still there.
What? Geometry
Number
Dash is still
5,
there?
top paid iPhone games.
That's
and
amazing.
Fantastic for the developer, right?
Seriously. Is it Animal Crossing up there?
Yeah,
that's
which
great.
that one surprised me a little bit
It's nice to see.
that one was there.
Roblox, Fortnite, of course, Balatro. Woo! Yeah, lots of Balatro happening. in this
Yeah.
house.
Of course,
I love
Stardew
that
Valley
game.
still just, doing the job.
You love it.
Chat GPT, top free iPhone app.
Heck yeah. Oh, top free iPad app, though, is YouTube. Sounds like a battle.
Wait, where's that?
ChatGPT or
iPhone. Oh, paid iPhone, free iPad games, paid iPad. Paid iPad apps, yeah, YouTube, of course, right?
Nice.
Yeah, the number one
Interesting.
video streaming platform. But look there, number 5, Amazon Prime Video. Good on you there. Good on you.
Top Apple arcade games. Snake.io Plus, number 4. NBA 2K25.
Sneaky Sasquatch is still on there.
Sneaky
Hello Kitty Island Adventure.
Man, the budget distance in this list is amazing. Whew. PGA Tour Pro Golf.
What
Fruit
is
Ninja Classic.
Yeah, Rick Velez is here in the chat says, wait, people pay to play mobile games in 2025?
Oh, sad.
Yes. So, yes, I mean, look, you go through this list. Oh, great games, everything else.
Right? Yep.
But some of them have been on that top 10 list for a decade.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is interesting.
Right. So how do we help to find new content and bring new games to the fore so people can discover them and really lean in?
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, things like the Game Awards. That's the way.
Yeah, exactly.
more of that.
But yeah, I mean, you're right. If you just went ahead and took advantage of all the sales going right now across all the different platforms, across, all the different storefronts, I mean, yeah, you've got your next 2 years of games basically locked up here,
Yep.
Let's see. Yeah, we didn't. That's right. You were muted until you were back on the scene. So yeah, my apologies there. You were muted a bit while I was futzing with cameras. Dean, but yeah, Mark is muted. Regarding Expedition 33, I actually bought the game after it won 3x3 awards, and I'll stream it in French next month. Ooh, that's
nice.
very cool. Very cool.
Nice.
Richard is chiming in with the optimistic observation that if you spend $250 million in user acquisition, you too can crack the top 10. So.
That sounds a little snarky, I have to admit.
Like I said, that's why we love Richard.
I love it.
A little
That's
bit
hilarious.
a little bit of that British wit, coming in there. All right, let's see. Richard, love you. You know that. All right, let's see. What other big news pieces popped up for you? I've got one here on deck that I can share if you don't have
There's
anything.
one. I mean, there's the one. There's one.
No.
Probably the
There's
same.
more than one. There's this one.
Oh, no, that wasn't the same one. What's
Call
this?
of Duty will no longer have
That's right.
back-to-back Modern Warfare and Black
Black
Ops releases.
So what does that mean?
Activision announced today that Call of Duty will no longer have back-to-back Modern Warfare and Black Ops releases. As part of the announcement of its Season 1 content, Activision said it had received feedback over the last few months. The statement means that there will still be an annual release, but it will no longer be back-to-back releases like Black Ops 6 and Black Ops 7 releases as the company did in the last 2 years.
Got it.
Right? For those who've gotten used to Call of Duty release every year, the company seems like it will stay on the cadence. As it said, it wants to ensure we provide an absolutely unique experience each and every year.
Okay, so they'll go back and forth.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Gives the developers longer between releases of a similar title. That's a good move.
Yeah. And I think the reception that Battlefield 6 had, possibly, right, impacted that decision, right? Of okay, what's happening right between these two big franchises. So it kind of reminds me, not of course the same thing and not to the same effect, but in the Dreamcast era when NFL 2K came out, and then EA was just like, all right, we're not doing a Madden this year while we reset, right? So that's good. This is competition, getting your voice heard, playing those games, right? Those are all the things that help companies to figure out how to either break out of a cycle they're in or understand how they drive more value back to the player, things like that. So your voice with your wallet, your voice online is all super awesome and really important. So yes. And good on them 100%. for pulling back and focusing on the craft and focusing on the stories they want to tell. That's great.
Yep. Double yep.
All right.
I thought you were going to say the Paramount Warner Brothers.
You mean this one?
I mean, the Netflix Warner Brothers deal. I mean, is there a deal? What's happening? It's chaos.
It is a little bit. This one is a little dated, so let's go ahead and find a more recent update.
Can't help feeling like somebody enjoyed making a graphic on the front of that that said NWB, but nobody made a comment about it being the sequel to NWA.
Right? See, exactly.
Right.
Exactly. I get you.
Yeah.
Definitely a marketing misstep, for them, or maybe not.
Maybe not. Yeah, it's hard to say. It's interesting.
Ged, what are you going to say? It's interesting. What?
No, I'm just thinking about Netflix plus Warner Brothers, and what that means in terms of games. I mean, the headline wasn't that it was about games, right? But we know the heads of the games programs, because that's who we are.
Yes.
Like, we pay attention to the game side of things. I'm just thinking about the franchises and the people, and man, it's integrating those teams. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Good work.
Yeah, no, it is a ton of work, and hopefully this is going to be an opportunity to refocus back on Warner Games, to kind of maybe change up some of the things that they were doing. This is an article from gamesindustry.biz, right?
Seen that yet.
What does the Netflix deal mean for Warner Brothers game division? Industry experts on the future for studios like Avalanche, NetherRealm, and Rocksteady. In this feature, after a brutal by John Hicks, editorial director over there, after brutal 12 months marked by financial underperformance, studio closures, and reorganization, a fresh shadow has fallen over Warner Brothers Games, the prospect of a new corporate owner. The vision is included as an afterthought in the sale of Warner Brothers Discovery to Netflix, which was subsequently challenged by a hostile bid from Paramount Skydance. So I do believe that it's Netflix now, right? But here was the really interesting thing, and it's really hard to say when you're not on the inside of those types of transactions, right? I mean, I have been part of company acquisitions before, in both being acquired and acquiring companies, not to this this scale, but maybe 4 or 5 billion worth, and there's always more to the story than what leaks out, right? And that's the thing, is to take some of the armchair investment that's going on out there, take it with a little bit of a grain of salt, right? Because it's usually it's definitely not the whole story. But one of the things that I think kind of lit up the back of people's brain pan, right, was this comment that Netflix hadn't even considered Warner Brothers Games in the analysis for the acquisition, basically. And it's like, what? How did you not even consider this as part of the business, right? Which is really not true from what I understand as well, right? It's, you look at the finances and kind of what Hogwarts Legacy did, right, versus the other properties there, right? Which, by the way, Hogwarts Legacy, it's unbelievable. And I would be remiss if I didn't say, right now on the Epic Store, it's free.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, $60 Hogwarts Legacy. If you don't own it and you miss this, shame on you. Like, It is such an incredibly solidly crafted world that takes place well before the Harry Potter universe. So definitely go ahead and download it. And if downloading is not your game and you happen to be an Amazon Prime subscriber, it is now available to you for free, streaming on Luna, along with Indiana Jones and The Great Circle. So,
really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm on it.
Yes,
I was
yes.
just about to make a snarky comment about 100 gigabyte downloads, and you come in with the Luna.
So you can
it.
choose to
Good job.
download that 100 gigs once, and then don't worry about downloading again unless you mismanage your own storage at home, Mark, and just keep it running. Or you can go stream it on
Comcast.
Luna, and it works on any web RTC-enabled browser.
I'm using
So
cloud games
go
more
get
and more
your
and
stuff
more to
done.
just try stuff out. And then if I love it, I'll download it. But in the meanwhile, like, gosh, there's just so much good content. I don't want
There
to
is.
wait to download it.
Yeah, Adrian Lopez
I
right
need it
there
now.
saying running to the Epic Store right now.
Yeah,
Hey,
awesome.
good morning, Mark Sabatnik. Yay, Mr.
hey, Bob.
Sabatnik. Jumping in
Yay.
here.
Yeah, there's this one of the things I was thinking about. Well, aside from the obvious, like Netflix kind of has been focusing more on mobile and family friendly and
Yep.
smaller bite size, cozy stuff.
Yeah.
Versus Warner Brothers, bigger budget, giant games. Hogwarts, good example. And then when the thing with Paramount came out, what stuck in my brain was this. They say Paramount. It's Paramount Skydance. Skydance. That's where Amy Hennig is. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Like the combination of Amy and that group with, Elan and Patrick Gilmore over at Warner Brothers, Land over at Netflix. Yeah, just thinking about the potential. I'm like,
Yeah, and that's what it is, right? It's it is this this potential to go and recraft these things, But in the heat of this, how fast this. Speaking of being an armchair, investor, right? Because I don't have any investment or positions in any of those companies. The number climbed really, really fast. Right. So some of it is like, is it more of the, don't want to miss out on this thing, let's go ahead and do it. And then what happens when you actually work the all of that out and go, okay, do I now have enough left to continue investing in the business to actually build the business, right? Like one of the big things about acquisitions is we bought this thing. We did it. It's like, no. Like now you got all the tools to actually invest in and do this stuff, right? So again, I'm not
all the
in
strategic
any of those.
business people go home though. They're like, our job is done. Go take care of our empire.
We did it. We did it. Now you all go do something with it.
Go do something awesome. Wait, what? Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I do have to say, I have to be political for a minute. I find it a little offensive when the government gets involved in this kind of stuff. No matter how big it is, no matter which government it is, like seeing that is upsetting. Like there's no need for that.
Thank you for the political commentary.
Yeah. And I don't care whose government it is.
I know.
We're separation here, right? That's what we're supposed to have.
There should be absolutely, right. Let the market work it out for itself, and right. Let these things happen. Let the government do what they're supposed to be doing, is to make sure that the stuff is equitable, not damaging to sectors and things like that. But I will leave it. I will leave it at
I know
that.
you need to. Yep.
Oh yeah, it starts telling me to run, coward. So
No. I can still tap dance so far.
Sivik here said, yeah, but it's EGS with regard to the Epic Game Store. Yes, it is EGS, and it's still free. So go download the free storefront, download your free games that don't require you to do anything else. They're free.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean,
So-
I got Epic. It's right here. It's in my taskbar. There's Epic. There's Steam.
Yes.
I don't know why I don't have GOG here. I got to download GOG.
You should get GOG, and you should also get the Amazon Games stuff, because they just gave away 14 games for free as well. And here's the other cool thing too. So I should probably take a step back. The reason that we didn't have a boss rush. Last week was because I was at reInvent in Las Vegas. And it was just a wonderful, wonderful time. Oh, yeah, I haven't seen you since RovioCon as well. So I should probably give you a quick update on that. reInvent Las Vegas. Vegas is fantastic.
What part?
The part where I get a nice dinner and then get back to my hotel room, right?
Yep, I hear you.
And I think it was more than 70,000 people there. Just a ton of innovation going on. Yeah, some really cool stuff that happened there. But it was the first year in many years that I worked the show floor, which was fantastic. So we had this like little house set up where you walk into the front door, get a Ring doorbell, and like all the TVs in the different rooms inside of this makeshift house would say, somebody's at the front door. And so we were showing like, shopping and the autonomous taxi that the company's invested in. I think it's called Zooks. And they had one of the delivery drones there, and they had a package car there. It was really cool. And I had the little living room area where I basically, for 5+ days, got to sit with customers, play video games with them, and talk to them about the shifting change. It was awesome. I think I had like 4,700 customers come through there, which was pretty fantastic. Well, one of the things that I found, with the Luna service was you can connect your GOG account, your EA.com, your Ubisoft, or your Epic and your Epic Store account. You connect those together, and then you can stream the games you bought on those platforms through Luna as well, and it's included with your Prime subscription. So
that's kind of amazing.
Not shilling for it, but damn it was pretty good. I was like, all right. I'll share one thing with you. Really, really cool. The folks over at Rovio built a version of Angry Birds called Angry Birds Flock Party. Awesome.
I was playing that over Thanksgiving.
Right. So, Mark, you're going to have to tell us about that. But here's the cool thing. I had this one, set of customers come through, and I said, would you like to go in and try this? And they pulled the ripcord, right? Oh, would love to, but we have another meeting that we're going to. Oh, sure you do. No, you don't. I said, look, it'll take me 30 seconds to get you in and play. And the guy was like, 30 seconds? So his friend sat down. He went to start his watch, and I was just like, well, let your friend get his phone up before you start counting me down. Sat down to start to play, and I looked over. As we're playing, I look over him, and I said, how did I do? He goes, 16 seconds. 16 seconds from not playing to in the game playing using just your mobile phone. It was awesome. And Mark, you had a personal experience with this as well over the break.
Yeah, you mentioned, I've been meaning to try some Luna stuff for a while. And I bought a Fire Stick and was intending to install it and play with it. And I have yet to do that because I've been very busy. But over Thanksgiving, I was hanging out with my wife's family. And, hey, they had a Fire Stick. And I was like, I wonder if there's any games on here. Look at that. Oh, look at that. I can get in there. Yep. Okay, great. And you had mentioned the Angry Birds game. And so I brought it up. And I was farting around with it because I was curious to see how it worked and how it worked with the remote and blah, 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 blah. And my father-in-law was sitting there. He is 83, maybe. And he said, hey, let me try. And I gave him the remote, and he played a few games of Angry Birds. And then he turned and he said to me, this is the first game I've ever played on a television. And I was like, wow, that's amazing.
Oh, good for him. Yes,
I was
good
like, there we
job.
go. That's so cool.
And you said smiling and enjoying the whole time, right?
Having fun.
Yes.
Yeah, we're taking turns. Yeah, it was great. So, good job, Luna.
Yeah.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, no, they did. And Rovia, they did a really good job. I mean, I had a personal experience with this as well over Thanksgiving break, with my kids growing up in a house with literally thousands of video games at their disposal, right? Yeah. It's kind of the stuff that dad does. And so anytime I'm like, hey, let's go try this, it's always, right? So everyone was just laying around, and we were sitting in the sunroom, and I was like, hey, let's try this new Angry Birds. Oh, I don't want to download another app, Dad. I don't want. I'm like, no. Everybody point their phone at the screen. By the second round, like everybody's now sitting up, right? Everybody's leaning in. And that's really what the immediacy is, for games. So as our distribution channels get better, we're going to be able to open up a whole new set of experiences for us right, in the industry and for our customers and players collectively. So it's super exciting stuff. Anyway, so we're off doing that. And then I was at RovioCon.
Yeah.
Which was great. It was held in Helsinki. I'd never been. And
it was alongside Slush. Do I understand that correctly? Same kind of time frame.
Yep. It was right leading into Slush. Oh, it's a Smurfs Christmas is on. So Gargamel and Azrael and all of these Smurfs. So good. So good. RovioCon is held by Rovio, and they bring in other partners. So Supercell was one of the presenters, as well as one of the showrunners, producers of the Angry Birds movies. They were talking everything else.
Cool.
And it was held in the largest theater in Helsinki. I think it sat, just a huge amount of people. It was beautiful, beautiful venue. Everybody was just so incredibly kind and nice and inviting. I mean, I just had the absolutely most beautiful time there. And I gave a closing keynote. They asked, can you use something a bit more inspirational? So I'm like, yes, let's not talk about companies. Let's talk about the shape of our industry. Let's talk about the headwinds that we face. Let's talk about where we go together collectively, how we get there. And also understand that the work that you do, the art you create is so much more meaningful than an economic unit, right? It is not just about that. It is about creating art and sharing stories and bringing people together. Having your relative jump in first time ever playing a video game and just getting to experience that, And I also mentioned the fact that the rising Gen X gamers are going to be a massive economic force that people should not ignore. And forever, our industry will be bow tie shaped, right? You'll have the youngest generation just absolutely consuming, but you'll also now start to get the oldest generation who's jumping back into play. And so this will be the shape of the industry going forward in the next 7 to 10 years. And it was just lovely. It was this just wonderful celebration of games and being together there and making sense and taking stock of the work that everybody does, every day. I did bring out, it was great. I had that Pong system board that Mike had given me all those years ago, signed by Nolan Bushnell. And I had a picture of it up on stage. And I was like, and it happens to be this very board right here when I pulled it, people like, it's like this. And they're like, you're just walking around with that in your backpack? I was like, yeah, a little bit. And then one of the sweetest things for me too, I happened to be giving that talk on my son's birthday. And so the whole audience wished him a happy birthday, and I videoed that from the stage and sent it over to him, and his comment to me was, "Oh, that's so sick. Thank you, everybody."
That's awesome.
So it was just a wonderful, wonderful event. Can't wait for next year. So that's
was it
where
recorded?
I've been.
I want to see your talk. I would love to listen to your speech.
I believe it has been recorded, but as a result of that one, there are a bunch of speaker requests that I've had lined up for 2026, including possibly doing this at GDC. So
that would be fun.
More to come.
I know some people who might enjoy that.
Yeah, I know some people who may help to make that happen. Along with a podcast space for us at GDC.
Oh, yeah. We'll talk. We got a lot to say about that.
All right. Let's go ahead and talk about another really cool piece of news here, Mark. Netflix plans to sell game studio Spry Fox back to founders. How
exciting was that? Oh, right? Our buddy David Edery. We've been chatting about that, actually. Yeah. I'm super excited to hear it.
Yep, it will become, Spry Fox will no longer develop games exclusive to the platform. Instead, it will become independent under the control of David Edery and Daniel Cook, as it was before Netflix acquired it in 2022. Spry Fox developed the Cozy Grove games with its latest Camp Spirit, launching exclusively on Netflix earlier this year. It's also presently working on an MMO called Spirit Crossing, which describes as cozy, cooperative life sim focused on friendship and community. Netflix will still reportedly publish this game on mobile, but Spry Fox can also launch a game on other platforms. So congratulations to Dave and the team over at Spry Fox for gaining control of their studio and continuing to build awesome, awesome games. I'd love to hear that.
Right? That was super exciting.
Yeah. Yep. Very, very cool. What other news do you have, buddy?
I had missed this. This says it's December 4th. That Game Company is hosting a game jam, That Game Jam, for aspiring game developers. This was on Games Beat. I don't know if you've seen it. That game company is the company that made Sky Children of the Light, which is huge, huge, huge. If you haven't played it, you should download it and play it. Kind of inspired by Journey, I would say, which they also made.
That's
So
awesome.
they made Flow, Flower, Journey, and Sky. Yeah, and so they're no, you can read the article.
Yeah, and it's on itch.io. That Game Jam #1 with a big blue heart. The Game Jam is a biannual game jam hosted by that game company. It's a gentle, welcoming space for developers of all backgrounds to challenge themselves, follow their curiosity, and explore the boundless possibilities of play. We invite creators to build from the heart, crafting experiences to speak to genuine emotion that can be enjoyed by players of all ages. What were we just talking about?
Right. I mean,
right?
It's perfect.
I love it. And it carries a timeless spark capable of inspiring human connection across the world. So yeah, if you're interested, go do it.
Yeah. Can't think of a better type of game to have more of.
Yeah. I wonder if they're going to do an AI game.
Well, sure. Everybody should do an AI game. What are you talking about? It just depends what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I have an AI game to talk about as well.
Oh, yeah.
But while I'm looking that up, what other news do you have? Or if anybody that's listening right now, if you have a news story that we need to go ahead and talk about, please go ahead and pop it into the chat so Mark and I can find it. And
I saw this GeForce Now announcement. When was this? Also December 4th. GeForce Now brings 30 games to the cloud for the holidays. And my first reaction was, what? That was exactly what I said. What? Man. And then I went and looked at the list and I was like, holy smokes. I need to get my GeForce Now on because, like, there's Pacific Drive, here's Power Wash Simulator 2, Warhammer Space Marine, Hog Wars, Jurassic World, Arc Raiders. I can't believe I haven't played Arc Raiders yet. I need to get on that.
Neither have I.
Fallout 76 is in here.
Just
Octopath Traveler, of course, I played that.
Oh yeah, that's
Spyro,
amazing.
Crash Bandicoot, couple Call of Duty. I mean, holy smokes! Yeah, there's so much in here. Yeah, lots to do. Spend all our extra time.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to get a Steam Deck. Somebody was telling me, Mark, how come you're flying home and you don't have a Steam Deck to play games on?
Yeah.
I was like, that is a great question.
That is a great question.
I need to get on it. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll have a conversation right after this. For sure you need to. What is your problem, man?
I know. Not that I would stream games over the sad airline Wi-Fi with it, but,
Well, what's so amazing to me is every airplane has a web server on board. Right? Couldn't we be just streaming these games from there or delivering HTML5 based games down to them?
Yeah, I mean, I still remember playing NES games on the airline system. I don't know. Now I'm dating myself, but when I worked at Nintendo, we had a couple of airline seats in the front lobby, and you could sit down in those seats and you could play the NES games that you would find on an airplane.
Look at that! Look at that! Yeah,
it was great.
Well, I did a little experiment here on LinkedIn since we're talking about AI and games, and I took a page out of Mike Micah's playbook there when they built IDARB. So if those of you that are listening don't remember IDARB, yeah, very good.
Sound effect, please.
Oh, very clever indeed.
Nice one.
So IDARB, which stands for It Draws a Red Box. Mike Micah had an engine where it drew a red box. And so he went to Twitter and he said, I have an engine that draws a red box. What should the red box do? And people just started giving him all these ideas, and it turned into this crazy, cacophonous, inspired, loving, competitive game that was just absolutely wacky and amazing. I think more than 65,000 suggestions came in. It was awesome. Yeah. So I took a page out of his book there and said, let's go ahead and work on building an AI game together. And so as a result, I called it LinkedIn Breakthrough. And so what I had done is I had used Kiro, which is an IDE that connects to a bunch of different LLMs. It's really wonderful to go ahead and prototype and do stuff with. And I said, okay, I've got this simple breakout game. And what should it do? And so people started giving me all kinds of suggestions. So the first suggestion was add Skibbity Toilet. And so I did, and it said, oh, we'll make that a power-up that drops down, right? And so then we kept going through and going through and going through. And we're very specific about what the game should have and the type of mechanics it should employ and these sorts of things. And then I said, okay, now we're done with all those suggestions. Now I'm going to start asking things like, make it more fun, dynamic, and exciting.
Yeah. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And then start to do things that are qualitative, not quantitative, right, in their nature. And this at the end of it is basically what it came up with. And it's this random like pastiche of all of these different like power-ups that don't work, like nothing slowed down there. But the one that did work, I thought was pretty interesting was there. I can drop a portal and it can bounce in and out of them, but I was like, yeah, so they're orange and blue.
Yeah.
I wonder why. Right?
Great. Yeah, right.
And it even went ahead and did some really interesting things, like it added these little bars here that have their own health meter in them. So you know how many times you have to hit them.
Nice.
And then it said every 5 levels, I'll make a boss fight. And so it tried to create these kind of little creatures and stuff like that. And the point of the experiment was I was very impressed with, what it could do, right? But yeah, you see the ball at the top? There's nothing much. You can never
that
finish
one just went through the other
brick. Right, exactly. You can't finish the level, right?
Slop.
Exactly. And so my point in doing the experiment was, number one, it did work actually a little better than I expected. Yeah, those are not actually going through the portals anymore.
Yep.
Right. Oh, you know why? Those ones don't have any, don't collide with the objects, just the white one, which is the principal ball, which should not be the case, right? Also, it has music, this auto-generated music that's supposed to move faster. And I said, please put a freaking switch in there, because if I have to listen to that all the time,
you'll hear it at night.
Here we go.
In your dreams.
There we go. Ass once again has won
well done.
The leaderboard there. Excellent. Congratulations.
That's super nice.
Right? And so it said, I got all these crazy things to do, but the vast majority of them don't work. But the point of the experiment was, yes, use these tools, build your scaffolding, do your prototyping, do your concepting. But when it comes to design and balance and the things that actually make the game, that is not where they shine. That is where you shine. Yeah. That is where design and programming and the artistry and the psychology, like all the things that go into what video games are, needs humans, right? Yep. And what I did love is Werner Vogels, who is the CTO over here at AWS, just gave his final keynote. And the top, not that he's leaving Amazon or anything, but he's just like, I've been doing these keynotes for 14 years, time for other voices, right, to kind of make their way up here. And he said, these are just tools. They do not replace programmers. They don't replace, artists. They don't replace these things, right? And his sign up there was stay calm and keep coding, I think it was, or something like that, or keep programming, right? Which was really, really awesome. So it was really good to hear that message there. I know we're coming up to the end of the hour there. Adrian Lopez says, not a one-stop shop to make a game. Absolutely. Seth Mitchell from 8-Bit Weapon says, groundbreaking AI music. Does that mean play testers have more job security than coders? No, it doesn't.
I love that.
It means that they also have job security like coders should, because we still need people to go in and program this. In fact, I think it was DC Collier had commented on LinkedIn and said, now are we going to debug all the errors as a group? And I'm like, what are you talking about? Sure. It was made by AI. Like,
perfect.
What do you mean, man? So yeah.
I love that you did that, because I'm thinking, this was a few months ago now, but I was trying something similar. My intent was, as you were talking about, to make a game utilizing just AI. But then I was seeking to insert messages into it to make kind of a serious game. And so what I found myself doing was using, I think I was using GitHub Copilot at the time. I forget. Mm-hmm. I might have been in Cursor and using the ChatGPT integration into Cursor for the programming. But then I found when I wanted to add particular design elements, because I had thoughts or ideas, I needed to go to a better conversational LLM.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I would pop into ChatGPT and have a conversation in a brainstorming session, and it would come up with really amazing ideas. But then I, as a human, had to be the one to go back and try to translate that into the code and design, and that was hard. I was like, the human part was still super hard, but the tools were I mean, God, I got so much more done than I would have. And like yours, it was like, impressive and janky and interesting in ways that are weird. But that's what I loved about it.
Well, sure. Like one
new
of the
world.
one of the questions that I got was, is there a playable link to it? And I'm like, there is, but one of the things that we did ask the model was, can you make this playable? Can you make it touchscreen enabled when playing on a phone?
Ooh.
And it did.
Nice, yeah.
But the problem was it listed all those features and had the start game button at the bottom, and you can't scroll the screen. So there was no way to start the game on mobile. Like stuff that the most junior designer walking through would go, perhaps that button goes on the top. Like, type of thing.
Totally. Yeah.
Well, speaking of artistry and the holidays, let's talk about 8-Bit Weapon and their new album. It's a chiptune holiday where they're playing. Here we go. We have Seth right there. So this is by 8-Bit Weapon and Compute Her. This is the husband and wife team of Seth and Michelle Sternberg. And this is their newest holiday album available on Bandcamp. So definitely go ahead and check it out. Seth and Michelle are just amazing friends and artists and musicians who actually composed and created the Art of Video Games theme song for the exhibition at the Smithsonian. And then they came out to DC with their Commodore 64s and Game Boys and everything, and they played a concert for like more than 1,000 people in the courtyard there. All their music is done by sequencing C64, Apple II, Game Boy, all that kind of stuff. They're amazing. Go ahead and check their stuff out and go buy the album. It's really, really fantastic. So, Seth, thanks, buddy, for reminding me that that you guys had dropped this. So glad that you did. And what do we have in here? The Nutcracker Suite excerpt, Jingle Bells 2.0, Joy to the World, Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy, Hanukkah. We wish a Merry Christmas. Yes. Treat yourself this season to a fully remixed and remastered collection of 8-bit musical delights. Now with additional festive tracks. So there we go. Awesome job, buddy. Awesome job. All right, Mark. You're back from your GDC, your big important GDC meetings.
Busy times. Yep.
What are you playing though?
What am I playing? I do have a giant list of games that some folks gave me recently that I need to start plowing through. In addition to the other 4 giant lists we just went through. But what I keep playing is Ball Pit.
Yeah.
Over and over. Only because it, in between meetings, quick, I need a 5-minute, 10-minute brain break, jump into Ball Pit, play around Ball Pit. All right, good, I'm out. It's great. Yeah, I mean.
It is pretty fantastic.
Like
it really is. It really is a fantastic, fantastic game.
How about you, man?
Let's see. What have I... Well, my goodness. What have I been playing? Jumping into play more Power Simulator 2 because it's the greatest game to go ahead and play while you're binge watching holiday movies, right?
Yep.
I just picked up a Humble Bundle. They have a VR... They have 2 VR bundles open right now, and I picked up this one collection that includes Pixel Ripped 1978 and Atari Adventure. So in VR, you go to work for Atari and you're doing all of this kind of crazy stuff. Dispatch, I've been digging into. My goodness, that is just incredible. I mean, it's more of an interactive movie, right, with some quick time elements than it is a pure video game. And there's this other mechanic where you're dispatching superheroes based on powers to go like fight crime and do things in the city. But straight from the beginning, I mean, it is literally jaw dropping. Like, what am I looking at here? Incredible. Baby Steps is another one. Oh my goodness. Do you remember Quap?
Oh yeah.
That's Baby Steps, but in this 3D world. where, I mean, it is hilarious, frustrating, and amazing. It's just absolutely, absolutely awesome. Definitely, I started playing that. That's amazing.
It's from Bennett Foddy is part of it because of course
it's so damn good, so damn good. And then I got all these games due to the BAFTA awards that I need to continue going through and playing. Just having an awesome time. Ire, which of course is probably Monsters. Mark Sabatnik, if you're still there. Yes, buddy. So I've been playing through that as well, and just getting ready for the holidays, man. I can't wait. We got Stranger Things, the next 4 episodes on Christmas Eve, and then the finale is on New Year's Eve. And my wife's like, "Oh, we have a party to go to New Year's Eve." I'm like, "Do we?" No, we do. we do. The people that we love, and they're awesome. But I'm being timed like, "Yeah, we want to go back and we watch some Stranger Things too after midnight," because the receiver that we have downstairs in the basement where we watch, big movies and stuff, blew out. We sat down to watch over Thanksgiving. The first 4 episodes, we had all the kids home, their significant others, all that other stuff. We sat down to watch Stranger Things. Turned it on, and the whole thing blew out. It's like a 15-year-old receiver. I was like, "You've got to be kidding me." Well, time to upgrade that receiver to an Atmos. Let's go, buddy. So, that was a nice holiday gift for myself. But
I hear this. Simultaneously horrified and sad and like, "Ooh, I get to buy new stuff."
Exactly. And we have to. Otherwise, this room is useless. Like, why?
That's so sad.
I know. Too bad. So sad. Womp, womp. But that's about it. That's going to go ahead and wrap it up for this week here on
Well, it's so good to see you again, buddy.
Rush. It's so good to see you too, and so good to interact with everybody. Thanks everybody that came out to listen to us jaw on about conferences we're attending, about prep happening for GDC, the big games that happened at the Game Awards, the stuff that's happening with BAFTA, the stuff that's going on with that game company. RovioCon, again, thanks to my new friends and awesome colleagues over at Rovio and Supercell, which I should also mention at Supercell. After I'd already mentioned on stage, it was my son's birthday. I went to visit their offices, and they had this lovely gift bag for me to bring home to him. So again, it was the most joyful conference I'd been to in a long time, and thanks very much for having me there. But that's going to go ahead and wrap it up. We hope you all have an awesome rest of your day. You have a fantastic weekend.
Play a bunch of great games.
Go play a bunch of great games. Check out that Luna. You're already paying for it. I would not be doing my job if I didn't go ahead and bring it up, because it is actually pretty amazing. But that's going to go ahead and wrap it up. Thanks everybody for spending time with us. Mark, good to see you, buddy. And we'll see you all next week.
Yeah,
Bye.
Thanks. Happy Friday.